y'all, thanks for watching. So I'm gonna show you guys how I apply this closure unit from the Goddess Hair Company on my friend. She has a very low hairline, so I'm just gonna show y'all how I do that with the closure unit. So right now I'm starting off. I already did her ball cap method, and how I do it, because I've done her hair multiple times and I figured out the best way is to just leave her edges out. And yes, they are blonde, so you might be like, what, her edges? So yeah, they're just dye blonde. She has a little bit of like black root or whatever, but I just put the ball cap right where the front of her hairline, because if anybody has a drop, what is it called, like a very low hairline, it kind of gives you that, like, it's very high in the front at the top, and then on the sides it goes down, like you see how it's almost touching her eyebrow. So I basically just put my wig cap where the top of her hairline starts, so like that front part. So yep, I already did my first layer of glue, and you're gonna see me, I'm not gonna put the glue too much in her hair. Like I've installed the same unit like 3 or 4 times on her, and she says she has no problem with like getting the glue out of her edges. It doesn't take her hair out, none of that. But I still try not to put like heavy layers in her hair, because you know, I just can't do that. So like I did the first thin layer and I did take it all the way over, but the second layer and the third layer I didn't. So now I'm just dropping the wig where I put the glue. And now I'm just like lightly tapping it in, just making sure this is where I want it. Okay, so now I just have her holding the blow dryer and she's blowing air as I'm like pressing the lace into her skin and into that glue. So I just make sure I take my time on this part. I feel like this is what helps get you that very skin-like, slayed, scalpy Anna look. So right now I'm basically just scoping out my baby hairs, finding out where I'm gonna put them. I try to like act like I'm laying them dry so I can see what they look like when they're actually, like, you know, they have product or whatever. And I also want to make sure, because she has this low hairline, I use the baby hairs on the unit to basically cover up her baby hairs. And in her case, hers were blonde. If you're working with a client that has brown baby hairs, like her edges are black or brown, or the color of the wig, you probably don't need as much baby hairs as me, or you probably might not want to, because it might be like too thick. So you have to also like keep in mind, like, oh, her edges are going to be under this. But in her case, her baby hairs were blonde, so once I put like any kind of product on them and then put like the hairs and I laid them on top, you couldn't even see them like at all. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a perfectionist. I do like to make sure like her like baby hairs are exactly how I want them. So that's what I'm doing right now. Now I'm just, you know, getting my razor and cutting her baby hairs. And I use my Got To Be freeze blast spray or whatever it's called to lay edges. I don't know. I know everybody, some people don't like the hard, crunchy, glued on edges. I don't care. I like it. especially for her. Like I can't do any kind of soft baby hair on her because I need to cover up her hair. Like that's the main goal, is for it to look like she doesn't have her edges out, if that makes any sense. So if you have a very low hairline and you don't like you don't want your frontal or your closure all the way down on your eyebrows, which is not a cute look. If you don't want that and you want to try like this little method out and you don't like lay down baby hairs, I don't know what to tell you, because there's no way to leave your edges out and do that whole soft baby hair look. You kind of have to mold your baby hairs down. Like that's just, you know, that's just what's gonna have to happen. So yeah, if y'all don't like them, don't come for me. I don't care. She loves them. I like them. So that is how her baby hairs are going to be. And then I just did the other one on off camera because I was fighting with that side. I don't care. I hate it. So right now I'm just gonna get a little bit of my Cantu foaming lotion. It's actually to define like natural hair curls or whatever, but I feel like all mousses do the same thing, and I actually like this one. And what's the one that everybody use, like the Nairobi foaming lotion? That's too expensive. Like, who's buying that? It's like $20. So no, we're gonna do this. And I've only used the Cantu. I was gonna try to follow the wave and do the Nairobi or whatever, but when I saw it was $20, I'm like, I'm not buying it. So whatever. But I basically just get the mousse and I put a little bit on her edges, or on the lace where the glue was, and then I get a little bit of my Got To Be Freeze Blast Spray and I spray that on top. I feel like this just helps to further melt like the lace, even though she was melted. She was Capiana before I added it, but it's just something about doing this that like sets the lace to me a little bit better. Like it actually gets it in there. So, and then I'm also gonna go on top. So I use 2 strips because I feel like that's like the perfect size. I meant the perfect like tension. And then now I'm going on top with my elastic band to actually really like smash it and melt it into her skin. So now we're off. I took everything off. I did curl her hair off camera, so it looks a little crazy because it's like curled and I don't want to, you know, whatever. Okay, so right now I'm basically just combing out like I'm basically just combing out all that product because a little bit of like the Got To Be will melt the hair down into the skin. So I'm just lifting it off and like combing it out so I can get ready to hot comb. So now I'm just hot combing right now, and just really, and I didn't show this on camera, but I used my, I think it's called like the Care wax stick or whatever, the wax stick that everybody got, y'all, but I used that, and now I'm just like hot combing her to feel, because you know I love a good hot comb. And like I said, her hair is curled, so it looked a little like crazy at the bottom and like nappy and looking like it's like hasn't been brushed. But it's because her curls, I didn't want to like comb them out. But yep, right here is the finished look. She is scalpy Anna. So if anyone has a low hairline and feel like y'all can't wear frontals or closures, you can. So yep, y'all see that? Yes, I'm here for the Goddess Hair Company closure unit.